Hey guys, Wood here. So the Valve INDEX Lighthouse has been spotted yesterday on Twitter. The base station that are gonna let you track the index HMD, yes, not the index, and the Valve index controllers, or the knuckles as we are used to know them. So in this video, let's go over the pictures that we saw to understand a little better what to expect from the last piece of the puzzle that is gonna compose this new VR headset coming very soon directly from Valve. So without further ado, let's prepare the hype and let's get to it. Okay, so first of all we have to talk about this base station technology. This is nothing new to the market. We are already using similar thing, actually probably exactly the same on the Vive Pro, when you have the Vive Pro super expensive kit that comes with the Lighthouses version 2. So what is this thing new about? Well, you have a more room scale area available, so you go over the 10 meters that you had with the first generation of the VR Lighthouses, and you're gonna be able also to create an array of different lighthouse to use it to track an old building or a warehouse or something like that for different application, also in the arcade environment, business environment, or if you have like a mansion, maybe you can go around with it without any problem. Unless the cable is gonna stop you. And we saw that in a tweet a while ago at the Vive headquarters, where they were actually trying to use this new tracking to track everything beside different room, like with just continuity between the tracking from one and the other without interruption. So it's a very promising tech, and it's the way the Lighthouse technology is actually moving. Now, what is the difference between the one that we had already with the Vive Pro and the one that are actually coming right now with the Index and we spot over there? Well, actually HTC is not involved anymore. There's not a Vive logo anywhere, there's not a HTC logo anywhere, but everything is directly from SteamVR, so Valve instead. So one thing that we have to talk about is actually if these are gonna be backward compatible with the hardware that you have right now. And this stuff gets a little tricky. There's this little thing that we have that explain you how it works, but you're gonna be able to use the accessories and the hardware like HDMI and everything that receive the rays on the Lighthouse 2.0, also with the 1.0, but you're not going to be able to use the Lighthouses 2.0 with the, like, for example, the first generation Vive or the first generation Vive ones. It's a little tricky, but you understand that if you're new to VR, you're never gonna notice it, and you're not gonna be able to use anyway the old hardware on it. But if you have the old one, you can still use it also for the new hardware. And then explain a lot actually about the fact that we saw in a previous video, check it out if you didn't already, the SteamVR page that popped up April 1st. Actually, there was a little tricky day to do at Valve, but anyway, it came out on 3 different pages to see the Lighthouses, the controller, and the HMD, so the headset index itself. So you're able to buy standalone or the kit altogether. But what you notice anyway about the picture, because let's talk about the picture after this long introduction. Well, you see these lighthouses, you can see also that's very interesting, a part of the manual that will show you that you can mount it on the wall like you do now with the lighthouses, or you can also just lay them on the shelves and stuff like that without using screws and stuff like that, and many people are actually turned off by it. And the power adapter actually tells us that it's not the same product because the cable is removable, so it's a good thing, because if you break it, there's no problem at all. You just take this new cable part. And the power adapter also has a very interesting hint, that is the fact that it's already certified for FCC. So there's no problem, and that means that we're getting very close to the release of the Valve Index very soon, and that's why we should be very excited about it, seeing this picture overall. Now, there's a lot of details that you can spot from it. You have the picture there. Feel free to stop the video and browse as much as you want on these to see what you want to spot, what you want to see. I think that it's very interesting that now stuff are starting to come out, and it's not long until May 1st that we're gonna discover really the Valve Index in these announcement that we're gonna have, so stay tuned for it because we're gonna cover everything over here. You're gonna know everything about it over here, and we're gonna grab it for sure for a review in the future. So subscribe because so you don't miss anything about the Valve Index. It's gonna be a big step probably in the VR industry. Also, just for the controller themselves that you're gonna be able to use also with your previous hardware anyway, but if you have the Valve Index plus the controllers plus the lighthouses that we saw now in this part of the puzzle, well, you're gonna have the total experience as Valve want to bring to us. And talking about stuff that are backward compatible, actually Valve is thinking a lot about it. So you don't have to expect or we need to buy these lighthouses, we need to upgrade everything. Well, you can if you want, and I would surely do. But on the other way, Valve is working on the software as well to create a skeletal input. That means that the input in the games is not given anymore, but just the press of a button, but the position of your hand. And that's very, very interesting because with the knuckles, we're gonna be able to have all the position we want, but we're gonna be able to do it also with the Vive Wand or the Oculus Touch or the Windows Mixed Reality controller. Everything will be less complicated, so that means that they're thinking about this stuff in a way that you're gonna be able to play like games like Boneworks, as we saw in the demo, also with the Vive controllers and not just with the knuckles. You're gonna have a better experience, of course, with the knuckles, but you have still the possibility, so you don't have to spend your money right away, but you can wait a little bit if you wanna see also reviews and stuff like that, or if you just need to save some money to then get in the best experience possible. But anyway, guys, what do you think about this last piece of the puzzle? Are you ready for actually the release? Are you ready to grab everything, or maybe you wanna wait on something, get just the Index or just the knuckles and keep your Vive Pro and everything? We're gonna discover a lot about these headsets in the future, and I can't really wait for the release because we are all here waiting from Valve to do something that were very silent as they always are. There are gonna be new games coming, and that's very, very interesting because content is very important also for the platform, because when the hardware gets better, also the software can get better experience, and then people can be, of course, more prone to get in VR for the first time. The Oculus Quest is also coming very, very soon, so expect all the coverage over here as well. Remember to subscribe, and as always, if you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, dislike. Subscribe to the channel for more about VR and tech. Are you excited about the Valve Index? Because I am, and I feel like you can see it. But that's all for now. Thanks again for watching. I see you guys in the next video. Join the Discord. If you love the channel, you can support down there on the join button. It will really help to make this a full-time job, because it's very hard now and struggling to bring everything I can to you guys, but with your help is that possible. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next video. Ciao.